or your parents, whatever their legacy is, will directly flow to your kids. Hey guys, welcome to the Personal Finance, and today we are going to discuss something different. We are moving away for one time away from Excel, and today I want to take you through one book, and the book name is Die with Zero. And with that, I'm going to put up some philosophies that you may or may not like. If you have read this book, then probably you can just fast forward this video 2x till you get that timeline that I'll be referring to, right, in this video. Again, this video doesn't have any Excel like usual. I just thought that we wanted to have a concept of timelines, inheritance, and things like that. What all the various philosophies that people use in FIRE. So during my conversations that I had with many people, around 200 plus now, right? Many of them have asked me only two important questions. One is the education for the child, and one is inheritance for their kids, right? That what is that we should do for inheritance as well. So my earlier video was on the education corpus. I hope you have seen that. That was with all the college fees and things like that. And this video is about this book. Die with Zero is by Bill Perkins, and he gives a very nice. Again, you must read this book. It's a must-read book in my view, right? This is closely related to FIRE, right? Not a directly FIRE book, although it's basically a philosophy of life, how you should lead the life and things. So these are 10 points. I summarize this in terms of what this book gives out, right? The book says, don't wait to retire, start living your life now, spend your money on experiences, not things, give back to others, help others, right? Life is too short to play it safe, so don't be afraid, take risks, take care of your health, live in the present moment, be grateful for what you have, forgive yourself, let go of control, and live your life with intention, right? This is a summary of the book that the book says. Again, just to repeat for the nth time in this video, if you have not read this book, I would strongly recommend you to go ahead, read this book. Fantastic book by Bill Perkins, and you will get a lot of insights, and you may eventually get enlightened with few of the concepts. There are many who don't like this book, but I, for one, definitely love this book, right? So I would want you to think, now coming to FIRE, right? This is the main thing of our channel. Now I would want you to think one question that I always ponder upon, and this is a philosophical discussion. If you don't like philosophy, it's a right time. Don't waste your time on this video, okay? Just forget this video and just go watch something else, do something else productive, right? But if you're into FIRE, I would love you to go through this philosophy once, hopefully for at least next 1 hour or 2 hours. You can live with this philosophy, and probably you will have some sort of understanding of what I want to say, okay? Okay, so let's begin with the thought experiment, right? That's what I would want to call it. Thought experiment is just think about it. That's all, right? Nothing. तो क्या जा रहा है किसी का? Just सोचो, ठीक है? So ask a question to yourself. Lot of people would have put it in various different ways as a question, but I want you to ask a question for yourself. You have 100 crores or 100 billion or 1,000 crores or 2,000 crores or whatever in net worth, and you are on your deathbed. What is that you will ask for? Right? What is that you will ask for? You will ask for your health. You'll ask for your more money. You would ask for that somehow I get rid of this and somehow I am 20 again. But those things again, it's not that you're asking for to God. I'm just asking that if you have 200 crores, right? What is that you will ask, genuine asks, right? Not to the God, but what is it you would want, right? There are many, when this question was asked to people, and the general sense was the answers were varied, which I will show you in the eventual coming slides. But what I want is, if you are on the deathbed that last second, right, with a lot of money in your bank, that is when the money doesn't count, right? The money doesn't count because, as I said, you're not asking God and paying money to God, right? All I'm saying is, at that particular time, what is that you would love? it's not more money, right? Certainly it's not more money that I would want more money at that particular time, right? What you would probably want is something else, right? Totally something else, right? Would that something else change if you are 10 years before your deathbed? Say you are living till 85, which is a normal natural death, let's say. What will happen if you are if you are 75? Would you want more money? What if you are 65? Would you want more money at that particular age? What if it is 55? Would you want more money at that particular age? Right? More money, again, nobody can quantify. More money could be 100 crores for somebody, 1 crore for somebody, 10 lakhs for somebody, right? Even 1 lakh for somebody. Or even a billion is not sufficient, right? But still. So what is that age when you would feel that money probably only gives so much, it can attain only so much for you in your lifetime, right? So this question was asked, and there's many of the things that that people answered were this: health and well-being, a cure for the illness, more time, pain relief, relationships, a reconciliation with the loved ones, right? If you have whatever, you can just go and talk to people. More time with loved ones is what people asked. Legacy, ensuring that your wealth is used for good, leaving a lasting legacy. Personal fulfillment, experiencing things they missed, right? Peace of mind, regret, undoing mistakes, different choices, right? All these things people said they ask for when asked this question, that if you are on your deathbed, what is that you would want? Please comment and let me know, what do you think that you, in this thought experiment, you will ask for? Again, you're not asking God, just trying to, not like give me more life or give me, get me back at 25 years, and no, not that. But generally, what is that you think that you'll ask for? Again, this is for only, discussion is for mature people. Maturity can come in any age. But then if you are still here with me at this particular time, I believe you are a little bit philosophical and you want to answer this question with me. Okay. So, okay. Now, in this book, Die with Zero, right? There is one simple thing that Bill Perkins mentions is, and to summarize that, it says, spending time making more money than you can hope to spend in your lifetime is an inefficient use of your time. Many times, right? Many times I have seen in lots of fire forums, this is preached. It's easy to preach, very hard to follow, because there are so many things that can go wrong during your fire journey. That's why I always say this channel name is Financial Independence and not Fire, right? So I always say it's very difficult to retire early, and no one should retire early in my view, right? You should not sit quiet. Retirement is not sitting quiet, sipping coffee, beer, whatever you want to. It's basically, what is that you want to do in your free time, right? That's what retirement is all about. So it's basically financial independence. Retire early is from retirement from your stresses that you get during your normal usual work that has enabled you to FI, right? That's what it means. There's a beautiful line by Piyush Mishra. It says, "Halki fulki si hai zindagi, boj to bas khwahishon ka hai," right? So it's only your aspirations, expectations, or wishes is what gives you stress. I mean, of course, somebody might say that is what gives you motivation to work, right? But then, that's what if you overdo it, that's what gives you a lot of stress, right? Now, there's a beautiful book I want you to read. One more book. It's the Top 5 Regrets of the Dying, right? It's by Bronnie Ware, and this is, she was a nurse, I believe, and this, she was not a professional nurse, but then she used to give end-of-life care for people, and she has written this book. She has spoken to so many and written this book of what people say during their last breath, right? During when they're dying, what is that the top 5 regrets are, and this is the summary of it towards the right side. They say, and it's very, very important to read this: I wish I would had the courage to live a life true to myself, not the life others expected of me. I wish I hadn't worked so hard. I wish I would had the courage to express my feelings. I wish I had stayed in touch with my friends, and I wish I had let myself be happier. These are the top 5 regrets of the dying. It's not made up. It is a documentary written by an end-of-life caregiver. And this book is a fantastic book, giving a lots of stories on how she wrote this and how this book came together. It's a beautiful, brilliant book, right? So two books I wanted you to consider. Again, as I said, Die with Zero is a book, and in relation to fire, I would want to bring in two things out of these two books. Very contradictory. Somebody would say there is no relation ही नहीं है इसका तो वो book कुछ और है ये book कुछ और है. But in relation to fire, I want to give you a sense of it, right? It says that this book says, I wish I hadn't worked so hard, right? I wish I had stayed in touch with my friends. And Die with Zero, right? If I just go back, Die with Zero says that spend your money on experiences and not things. In some sense, both the books are saying that whatever you are working, right? Whatever you are working right now, right? Let it be worth it, and you spend on something really that is worth. Now, in that context, there are certain timelines which I would want to think in terms of finding a balance between now and the future. What are those timelines? This is what I wanted to convey in this video, okay? And many of the subscribers have asked me, out of 200 conversations I had, right, almost 35 odd parents have asked me that, okay, fine, what is the inheritance that we should leave our kids? And this is what the Die with Zero in one of the chapters addresses, right? So let's assume that your parents are 65 years of age, okay? And you are 35 and your child is 5 years of age, okay? Let's assume this scenario. I think it's mostly it would be true for most people, right? If not plus or minus 2 or 3 or 5 years here and there, okay? By the time you are 35 or 35 to 40, right? This is the central line, orange line is what I'm referring to. By the time you are 35 or 40, you probably would be having a house or a car or whatever on EMI, or you might have down paid it, whatever, right? So you're probably having a house or an EMI. Now imagine this thing. Your child at that time is 5 years of age at 35, right? The only memories you can make with your child, right? And the ones which also a child can make memory, right? Is because again, one of the main motives of being FI is that you can spend more time with your family for a lot of people, right? And they can do what they want. Now the only time, but the child also will remember that you were there with her or him, is between the child is 8 years to maybe 16, 17 years of age, because that's when once they are hitting late teenagers, they would probably prefer alone me time sort of things, right? After they become 18, a major, they probably would not be spending more time with you. So if you see here, you only have about 8 years with your kid to make memory, right? That's one point. The gray shades that you see is when all probably if your kid allows you to make memory with them, right? Now, if you are a fire aspirant, right? Between 35 to 50 years of age, if your parents are living, they are independent and they have a house or they have some property, you already have made at 50 years of age what all you wanted for your life, right? So the blue line on top, it says that your parents, whatever they have, that inheritance is only going to flow to your child, obviously when they are no more, right? So by the time, assuming all linear things, right? Assuming life is linear, nothing happens, no surprises, everything goes as usual, no problems, right? Which is of course unlikely, but still, your parents' property or your parents, whatever their legacy is, will directly flow to your kids when they are 27, 28 or nearing 30s, right? So whatever parents' legacy is there, that will directly flow to your kids if we are going through a linear life race, right? It means you are 35, you have a house and a car on EMI, or doesn't matter on what you have taken the house. By the time you are 50, your parents are 80, and by the time your parents are quite old, and they probably will be no more at 85 or 85 years of age, at that particular time, that legacy of theirs in terms of monetary things, or land, or a plot, or a house, or whatever they leave you as a legacy, that would probably be of no use to you unless they try to support you during the journey of your fire. That means if they can help you to buy a house at that particular time. This is exactly what Die with Zero book is all about, and that's why this timeline is made for you. Now, that only means, look at the orange line. That means support your child, the green line, support your child during when they are 30, instead of you leaving your legacy till the end. And why it's important? It's important because when I was planning for many of my subscribers, right, I was planning with this exact same thing, that okay, fine, let's plan that if at all you want to leave an inheritance for your child, of course the primary house that you are residing in will definitely go to your child when you are no more. It will be foolish that if you write the house to your child when you're alive, right? That's foolishness. Don't do that. But you should give any inheritance that is possible during the child is making a house or marrying or whatever, right? Whatever you want to support should come when it is at most needed for the child at the age of 27 or 30 years of age, or whenever, 35 years of age. You can pick the age that you want. Now, this is exactly what I use for planning inheritance. If you come up and tell me, okay, Ravi, can you make a plan for me? I would say, if you want to leave an inheritance for your child, it cannot be at the age when you are 70, 75. It's of no use for your child. It should be when the child is making their life decisions, key decisions, right? Marriage or home or whatever. I don't know whether Gen Alpha or whichever gen they call, Gen X or whatever, right? Will they be making a house, or will they be tied to something? I don't know. But then if at all you want to give anything to your child during your retirement, that has to be when it's most useful for them. This is exactly what I used during my planning for subscribers, almost 35 subscribers I have planned for them. And this is what I have done for them, that, when you are 55 or 56 or even 60 years of age, that's when you have to give some amount of money to your kids. Post that, maybe they probably will not need any of your assistance. And whatever home that you are leaving your legacy when you are 80 or 85, that goes to your grandkids. That is how inheritance, that is how generational wealth is built, my friends, right? Generational wealth is built like the same thing, right? It just passes on. Grandparents keep passing on, and you build a little bit of wealth, and that generation wealth passes on. Die with Zero says that you have to plan to die with zero. Don't leave a lump sum or a massive amount when you are retiring when you're dying. Don't leave a huge wealth. There's no point. Enjoy, make memories out of it, and when there's a right time, give that to your kids, right? Not that, okay, fine, I'm leaving a legacy when I'm dying. It's of no use to your kids, right? This is exactly why I wanted to bring this topic of Die with Zero. That I think during your planning phase, one must look at how this entire thing works. Again, as I always, last video also I showed that, look, if your child is worthy and dutiful, then why save the money? If the child is unworthy and useless, then why save the money? This is a very classic saying in Hindi, right? So if you want to leave inheritance, give it at the right time, plan it at the right time. If you don't want to give inheritance, no problem, just make it zero, educate the child, and that's about it, right? Do not leave a inheritance at all. But just read the book Die with Zero, and also read the book The 5 Regrets of the Dying, and that both book, again, no relationship at all. But then somehow I feel that there is one common message that these two books give. It's about, don't work too hard, but if you work too hard and you have certain things, make memories out of it, right? Make memories of the money that you have earned, right? And key thing is, of course, spending time making more money than you can hope to spend in your lifetime is an inefficient use of your time. That's what I wanted to convey in this video. Again, there's no Excel here, but then next week we'll come back to Excel. We'll make some plans for youngsters, right? A lot of youngsters have asked me that, okay, fine, can you plan for somebody who is working on a salary of say 3 lakhs annually? Can you plan for such a person? Again, the only request I have is for such a person, for planning, is that point number one, you have to understand what is FI mean, right? What is financial independence? Because somebody says that I want to lead a life of the most richest and I have 3 lakh salary, you got to work for it, right? So I will leave you with this thought, and next week we will get into an Excel and plan for a 25-year-old person who has just started working with a very, very average salary. Okay. Thank you so much. I hope you liked this video, and happy financial planning.